Coco Gauff donates over $5 million to feed and educate disadvantaged children worldwide. Under the soft Florida sunrise, Coco Gauff stands on the empty court of her hometown training center. Her racket rests loosely in her hand, her eyes fixed not on a tennis ball, but on a group of children laughing nearby. They aren't dressed in Nike or Adidas. They wear second-hand shirts and shoes donated through one of her community programs. Coco smiles quietly. At just 21, she has conquered Grand Slams, sponsorship deals, and global fame. But today, the shine of her trophies pales in comparison to the glow of those young faces. All my success comes from children in the community, she says softly, brushing back her curls. Now it's time for me to give back more to them. That statement isn't a slogan for headlines. It's a mission, and behind it lies one of the most extraordinary acts of generosity in modern sports. Coco Gauff's decision to donate over $5 million of her own fortune to help disadvantaged children across the world access food, education, and hope. From the courts to the cause. Coco Gauff's journey began on cracked public courts in Delray Beach, Florida. Her parents, Candy and Corey, taught her discipline, humility, and the power of community service long before she learned to master her serve. As a child, Coco often watched her mother volunteer at local shelters. She saw her father hand out meals to children after Sunday practice. Those small acts of kindness left an imprint deeper than any tournament victory ever could. I always want to be more than a tennis player, Gauff once said. I want to be a reminder that greatness isn't about how high you climb, but how many you lift along the way. So when global success arrived, with endorsement deals from New Balance, Rolex, and Head, Coco didn't rush to buy mansions or luxury cars. Instead, she began sketching ideas in her notebook. Community kitchens, mobile nutrition vans, and a free tennis academy for kids who couldn't afford equipment. Those sketches would soon become real blueprints. The spark, a trip to Kenya. The idea took full shape in 2024 when Coco visited Kenya on a UNICEF partnership trip. She met children who played tennis with makeshift rackets carved from wood. She saw a group of young girls sharing one loaf of bread after walking miles to school. That night, Coco couldn't sleep. In her hotel room, she scribbled a simple question in her journal. If I can change one life, why not thousands? By the time she flew home, she had already made a decision that would echo across the sports world. To commit $5 million from her own earnings toward creating sustainable programs that fed, educated, and empowered children globally. The announcement that shocked the world. At a press conference in Atlanta, reporters expected Coco to announce a new brand deal or another title defense. Instead, she took the podium in a simple white dress and spoke from the heart. Instead of collecting cars, she said, I want to collect smiles. Silence filled the room. Then applause, not the polite, kind journalists give for formality, but genuine awe. Coco explained her plan, a multi-pronged initiative to combat child hunger, promote education, and support young athletes through nutrition and sports access. Her project was named Serve for Change. Within hours, hashtag Serve for Change was trending worldwide. Fans called her the angel of the courts. Media outlets describe her as a modern blend of Serena Williams and Mother Teresa. But Coco simply smiled and said, I'm not trying to be a saint. I'm just doing what's right. Inside the $5 million mission, the Serve for Change Foundation began its work quietly but powerfully. Within 6 months, Gauff's donation had been used to feed over 80,000 children across 12 countries with nutritious meals through local partnerships, fund scholarships for over 300 underprivileged students in Africa, Asia, and South America, build 5 Hope Courts, community tennis centers in low-income areas, offering free training gear and coaching for kids dreaming of a professional path, launch school gardens in the Philippines, Kenya, and the U.S. where children learn to grow their own food and understand the importance of a balanced diet. Every project carried her personal touch. Coco didn't just sign checks. She visited sites, spoke with children, and hit tennis balls with them under the blazing sun. In one touching moment in Manila, a little girl named Liza told her, Coco, you're my reason to dream. Coco hugged her and replied, You're my reason to work harder, reimagining fame and wealth. In an era when celebrities flaunt private jets and diamond watches, Coco Gauff's humility feels revolutionary. Her decision to spend millions on children rather than supercars wasn't just philanthropy, it was a statement. Success should never isolate you, she said in an interview with Time. It should connect you deeper to the people who made your success possible. Critics often question whether athletes should mix charity with career, but Coco doesn't hesitate. When you win a Grand Slam, she said, the trophy goes on your shelf. But when you feed a child, the joy lives forever. That mindset has sparked a global movement. Other tennis players like Ons Jabeur, Frances Tiafoe, and even Rafael Nadal's academy have reached out to collaborate with her foundation, the Free Tennis Academy. Back home in Florida, Coco's Dream Academy, the Gauff Tennis and Learning Center, officially opened its doors in 2025. The center offers free training, tutoring, and mentorship for children from disadvantaged backgrounds. No one pays tuition. The only rule? They must give back by volunteering at local shelters or tutoring younger kids. Coco personally visits the academy every month when she's not on tour. She doesn't arrive as a superstar. She arrives as Coach Coco. One of her students, a shy 10-year-old named Jordan, said, "Legacy beyond the lines." If Coco Gauff's tennis career ended tomorrow, her name would still echo, not only in record books, but in the hearts of countless children she's inspired and fed. She has rewritten what it means to be a champion, a blend of grace, grit, and generosity. Her story proves that being rich doesn't mean living large. It means lifting others. Her life is now more than a highlight reel. It's a ripple of light. And when asked once if she regretted spending so much instead of saving or investing, she smiled and said, "I did invest in the future, their future." Epilogue, a racket, a heart, and a dream. Back at her academy, as the sun sets behind the Florida palm trees, Coco Gauff picks up a small child's racket and swings it gently through the air. The laughter of children fills the court. No cameras, no crowds, just the echo of joy. She looks around and says quietly, This is my greatest match. And it's still going. Author's note, beyond the numbers. Coco Gauff's $5 million donation is not just a statistic. It's a story of how empathy can evolve into action, how a young woman who conquered tennis courts chose instead to conquer hunger, and how one athlete's kindness can reshape what it means to be a global icon in a world often obsessed with luxury. Coco reminds us that the most beautiful thing a human can wear is compassion. And perhaps, in the grand score of life, she's already won her greatest Grand Slam, the one that will echo long after the trophies fade. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.